Dang, this thing's got no room for a passenger. Like, I just feel super cramped. I feel like you're like, ugh. Vbeast! All right. 2020 Challenger. It's pretty cramped with two people on here. Ugh. Golly. Oh, it's got good, like, handling slow. I feel very balanced, even with two up. We were originally supposed to be on the black one over there. Has a hill shifter, highway pegs right here on the highway bars, and a sissy bar, but they just put a sissy bar on here, so it's supposed to be the extended reach, but it's not really any different actually. Now, golly, it handles great low speed. I'm in sport mode, so holy crap factory. Yeah, it's got some beans like what's his name? No, they're those who don't know, Miss Vbeast sitting on the back and she's chatting up my ear, so she's not in the conversation on the video that you're watching, but she's chatting it up, so she's laughing. I think his name is it Ryan Biscoff? I don't know, I can't remember his name, forgive me. He'll be in the description. Check his channel out. Make sure you tell him I told you to go stop by. First impressions is the seat feels fine, feels great, feels like the Chieftain. It's very light and it's actually extremely nimble. Flickable right here. I'm not going too fast. I'm going 35. Suspension is great, just like the Chieftain. This thing's got some nice power thus far, but riding two up, man, it's not I don't like it two up. It's pretty cramped. Miss Vbeast is just like slammed into me. There's not much room. How's the sissy bar back there? Is it any different from the Chieftain? Is it the same? She says it's the same. She says it's just cramped, and I agree. She said there's not much space. There isn't much space. There's definitely more power than the 116, without a doubt. Shifting is smooth. God, shifting reminds me of like Kawasaki's transmission. Very smooth. It has a positive click, but it's extremely smooth. Miss Vbeast said, we need more women like that who get excited about riding. I don't think my demographic has too many, or my demographic isn't a bunch of women. A lot of dudes watch my channel. Any women's out there that watch my channel? Yeah, Miss Vbeast said, go ahead and ride. Oh my God, that's hot. Oh, I gotta cut that in. I was like, why is my leg burning? Because it was on the cylinder, the real cylinder. Well, there you go. It's water cooled, but yes, it still does get hot. Obviously. God, I don't like the dash. It looks so cheap. Oh, it's powerful. That's for sure. It's very powerful. There's only certain things I don't like about it. I'm always going to point the negatives out first, guys, because that is just human nature and the easiest thing to do. And why would you want to hear about negatives at the very end? That usually sticks with you, so I always get with the negatives first. Negatives is, in my opinion, the dash is pretty ugly. It looks cheap. You know, it's extremely plasticky, and I realize, yes, plastic, even Harley is plasticky, but the color, I don't like this color combination. It looks, this right here looks so cheap. It looks very cheap. And that may not be a big deal for some people. Ooh, we get to like get some turn. Yeah, sucker's got some beans to it. It's nimble. I'm like trying to talk about negatives, and I'm like, ooh, it's got some beans. Cornering, easy mode. The dog got scared. Poor little pips. You know, really, there's not too many negatives. I mean, it's just look. You know, the aesthetics on certain things, like the engine. I personally don't like the look of the engine. I think it looks like a blocky mess. You know, it reminds me of cars today. They have a bunch of plastic covers to make it look like a cool engine. Now this one doesn't even have plastic covers to make it look cool. It looks like two cinder blocks put together. You know, it's real blocky and bland. It looks a little unfinished. And I realize it doesn't need fins. It does have fins on the top of the heads, or not the very top, but like the sides of the heads. But I mean, just little things like that kind of makes me not want to purchase this bike. You know, when you buy a cruiser, I think it should be, you should have obviously that cruiser feel when you're riding, but you should also have that cruiser look. Cruisers are identified by how amazing the engine looks, or how aesthetically pleasing the engine looks, not just the body lines. Now the body lines they're pretty good, you know, they don't look ugly. There's nothing really ugly about this bike too much, you know, nothing that I would complain about. It looks great in person. But the engine is the only ugly part to me, and the dash. That being said, you can judge for yourself, you know, make your own opinion. Other than that, man, this thing, it performs well. The brakes perform well. The engine is so far fantastic, and the power band is great. This thing outshines power-wise the 116, the 111, that's the Thunderstrokes, and it even outshines the 117 Harley-Davidson M8, which we rode on the Road Glide CVO, the 114, and the 107. Without a doubt, it is way faster. It has more pep, and this is the, I'm gonna say this is the #1 power cruiser, or muscle bagger, or whatever, you know, bagger bros. This is the #1. This is going to be the #1 without a doubt. What does it have? It has some storage right here. It's got more storage on that side. 2 gauges up top. I don't like how it looks, but it functions better, at least from a rider standpoint, than the Road Glide. The Road Glide's got a switched up dash. It has the infotainment center on top, and then the gauges are right here in the bars, which causes you to look down, and to look at your speed, RPM, so on and so forth. This is actually a better setup. I really like that better than the Road Glide. Dang traffic. I don't know. We're in a little bit of traffic, and what it's making me realize quickly about this bike is it's not top heavy like its counterparts. It feels decently light for a very heavy bike. It doesn't feel like its weight, which is 800 something pounds. It doesn't feel like that. It's very Victory-ish. Victory is the same way. It feels very, very light on its feet. This is the exact same way. But the engine, that's the big thing about this. It's not only smooth, it's very quick. I feel like it'll do a wheelie. That's what I feel like. I'm not gonna try it. Wait, do you want to try it? Okay, she said no. Never mind. Okay, anybody who's coming off of Victory and wanting to know if this has the same amount of room as a Victory, that's going to be no. It doesn't have the same amount of room as a Victory. The foot room, I think these boots are size 12 or 13, and I'm on the, you know, the highway bar right here to try to get my footing like a Victory, and it's just not happening. It's not as much room as a Victory. The seating room is not as much as a Victory, so if anybody's wondering, it's not. Is it close? Marginally close. I mean, I would say it's the foot position wise, it's barely more room than the Chieftain. I mean, it's not much more, so you're not getting that much more foot room. Sorry guys, for all you 6'3" guys like myself or taller, it's not gonna be like the Victory. It's just not. If you want that, just keep your Victory and deal with the limited parts whenever they quit completely making them and stuff. I mean, just, I don't know what to tell anybody. I just don't. And the 2-up space isn't there either. There's more room 2-up on the Chieftain than there is on this Challenger. That is a guaranteed. And the suspension is actually more stiff on this versus the Chieftain, but it doesn't have the same amount of torque down low as the 116. It's not the same. It's got more power up top. The RPM band shifts very smooth. Downshifts nice and smooth. Brakes are good. God, honestly, it's just a little bit more cramped, I feel, than the Chieftain. Man, I thought it would have more room. I feel like it's cramped. I mean, my Victory feels like a freaking Lazy Boy couch or Lazy Boy chair that's completely kicked out with the footboards, you know, but I thought this would have been more like that, but it's not. It is not. I was really excited about testing this, but I'm kind of disappointed because of the room. I thought this thing was going to have more room. The engine definitely hit my expectations. I knew it was going to be fast, knew it was going to be quick, powerful. I knew the transmission was going to be very smooth because of the Scout. Pretty much an enlarged Scout motor here and tranny, so I knew it was going to be nice. Okay, as soon as I could pin it. Pin! Ah, come on! Pinned! Ah. Yeah, it's all top end. This is a top end speed bike. It doesn't have as much in the lower RPMs, but it's got a lot up top. That was in 6th gear pull. Not too shabby. It kind of picks up after 3,000 RPM. It really starts to scoot you along. Oh, the traction control's on too. I want to just kick it down a notch. 5th gear. Pin it. Pin. Okay, kicked it down to 4th gear and pin. Yeah, it's got something. You got to kick it down a little bit. Its power band, its power is from 3,000 up. The RPM band. This guy. Brakes are good, that's for sure. Go brakes. The front suspension absorbs bumps really nice though. That inverted fork, I think, helps with that. Plus making it, you know, it's a little bit stiffer. It just handles a little different. Ms. Vbeast said she's a little disappointed too. I mean, yeah, the engine is great, but I don't know, I'm just, yeah, this is, I don't like this for 2-up. It's not comfortable at all. It feels like a sport bike 2-up. Everybody, we're just like super close to each other. Not something that I'm looking forward to with a bike. Okay, we're ready. Yeah. Seems like it's a lot higher too. You can get off. Oh God, that. Jeez. Well, ride what you ride. Keep Vbeast mode right till the wheels fall off. Yeah. This has been another random weekday video by your very own Vbeast. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, have a Vbeast day.